So imagine your body as a tree house. Your legs are the stilts holding up that tree house. The pelvic floor is the floor. Your abdominals are your walls. And then your diaphragm, which is the muscle that separates your abdomen from your thorax, is your roof. So all of those muscles create this perfect container. It has a top, it has a bottom, it has sides, and it holds all your guts in position. But what it also does is this is structurally, like when it comes to bones and everything, this is the weakest part of our bodies. We just have this one backbone going up the back, and that's it holding us up. So if we didn't have these structural supports, the pelvic floor, the abdominals, the diaphragm, we would basically just collapse and fall over and just disintegrate, basically. These muscles are so important. Now, we can't just rely on the abs, because if we have the abs squeezing and we don't have a top and a bottom, everything falls out or comes up. We have to have the right amount of pressure within our abs to support our backbone. So the diaphragm and the pelvic floor are often overlooked, but they are very, very important muscles to addressing back pain and just making sure that you have a healthy core. Let's talk about exercises for your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is attached to your ribs and goes all the way to your backbone, kind of right there. It separates your abdominal organs from your thoracic organs, your heart and your lungs. And basically, it is pretty awesome. It's underrated, it's a big muscle, and we've got to exercise it. In our current modern life, we get stressed out and we don't exercise it enough. So let me kind of back up and tell you about how we breathe. There are two ways that we breathe. We can breathe with our ribs and kind of like, I actually want you to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. So take a deep breath in, let it out. A lot of times you'll feel your chest rise and fall more than you'll feel your belly rise and fall. With chest breathing, that's your ribs expanding and contracting. That's one way that we breathe. And that's typically how we breathe during exercise or stress. So if we need a lot of air, not only is our diaphragm working, our ribs are also working to expand and contract to bring more air into your body. Your diaphragm is what you should be using when you're at rest. However, with our current modern life being really stressful, a lot of times we're so conditioned to using our ribs to breathe that we kind of forget to use our diaphragm to breathe at all. So our diaphragmatic breathing is breathing only into our belly hand. I want you to try it just real quick for a second. Just inhale, fill up, and then exhale. Let only your belly hand move. Now, didn't that feel different from how we normally breathe? With our breathing drills for our diaphragm, we are going to be doing just belly breathing. So the first thing that I'm going to have you do is box breathing. I'm going to teach this to you, and you want sets of 3 to 5 or maybe even more boxes. So a box in reference to box breathing is going to be 4 parts of breathing. There's the inhale, there's the hold, there's an exhale, and then there's holding with no breath in your lungs. So we have 4 parts to our box. And there's just generally 4 parts to breathing in general. We don't usually think about it that much, but that's how it is. So let's try box breathing together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you do belly breathing only. I'm going to count to 4 as you inhale. I'm going to count to 4 as you hold. I'm going to count to 4 as you exhale. And then I'm going to count to 4 as you hold that no breath. And just for today, we're going to go through it 3 times. And I'd like you to go along with me so that we can kind of go on this journey together and you can see how you feel before and after. So just like make a note mentally of how you feel right now. Just do we feel agitated? Is our heart rate up? Notice how you feel mentally too. Is your mind racing? Are you having a hard time paying attention to this video? Are we distracted by things around us? Because you could be anywhere, I don't know. You could be on the subway, you could be out in public, you could be at home, the dog could be doing something. Anyway, you get the idea. So we're gonna start with our box breathing. Are you ready? Okay. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And just return to your normal breathing. Make a note of how you feel right now. Notice if your heart rate calms down, if your breathing kind of is calmer now. Notice if your mind is calmer now, if you have more focus. Generally, people who practice breathing drills have those things, but also they have a nice strong diaphragm too that's supporting the rest of their tree house. The next drill that we can do is going to be a 15-second inhale and exhale. Now, it takes a while to get to that, so you can actually start with whatever you can do. So we're just going to only have two parts of this breath. We're going to have the inhale and exhale. So we could almost like think of it like slow breathing. So if you're like, wow, I really can't do 15 seconds, that's fine. What I want you to do in that case is to take as long as possible to inhale and as long as possible to exhale. But I'm going to count you 15. Just do what you can during this. We're just going to try once. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and normal breathing. And that's another way to kind of calm your body down and also exercise your diaphragm at the same time. So you get a 2-for-1 bonus on that. So I'd like you to practice those. I've got some more resources and some suggestions for like how to put that into practice and what you can do in the resources.